All right, welcome to lesson 1. This lesson is going to be course intro to crypto in Paramount Trading Psychology for Beginners. So you're basically going to get a general knowledge background about cryptocurrency and also about trading psychology, so we can get you started off on the right foot mentally, so that you can learn all these concepts. All right, so I know I just did a course introduction in the first introduction to this lesson, but I just want to kind of go over it really quick before we continue to get into it. So this is what you're going to be learning in an educational timeline laid out right for us. So the first thing is going to be the course intro, which we're doing right now, intro to crypto, which we will get into, and then Paramount Trading Psychology. So I'm just going to kind of give you a quick introduction to trading psychology, why it's so important, and what you need to have in your mind before you start learning the content of this course. It's so important to make sure your head is in the right place, and it's something that is glazed over so often. I want to make sure that I dive right into it. Second step is going to be crypto fundamentals and blockchain knowledge. So that's going to be understanding cryptos on a fundamental level and blockchain knowledge on a fundamental level. Without understanding those things, you'll be able to trade, but you won't have a full comprehensive idea of what cryptocurrency is, and it's going to kind of take away from the potential you have as an investor, as a trader. Knowledge is wealth, and in trading, you need to have knowledge of the fundamentals in order to be able to apply the technical components as well. So we're going to be talking about that in step 2. Step 3 is going to be crypto technicals. So this is going to be technical stuff and visuals. So we're going to be going over everything on charts. We're going to be talking about technical, like order entries. We're going to be talking about the bid and the ask, spreads, volume, liquidity, all sorts of things like that. We're going to be going over technical analysis. So if you're new to trading and you don't really understand cryptos, or you don't understand technical analysis or trading or indicators, this is going to be the module where we absolutely crush that and get into a lot of depth, which is going to help you tremendously when you're trading. So lesson 4 is going to be evaluating crypto movement as supply and demand imbalances. So this is going to go hand in hand with the technical components that we learn, but we're going to understand what actually moves the crypto market and why. So it's going to kind of help you understand why moves happen and how to evaluate it effectively as a trader. Okay, step number 5 is probably the most important step. This is the InnovaTrade crypto trading system. This is the proprietary trading system I've designed over the past 2 years that I'm now sharing with you. It's a systematic way of trading that has been back tested by me, that is proven to work. You're going to learn exactly how to implement the strategy, and you're also going to see examples of both longing and shorting in this course. Okay, number 6, lesson 6 is going to be setting up session checklist. So it's very important to understand how to start your trading session. It's one thing to know how to trade or a trading system. It's another thing to be able to set your computers up and actually get in there and trade. So I'm just going to be talking about all the things that you do need in order to get started, so that you're not lost and you kind of have a starting point. That's my objective for lesson 6. Lesson 7 is going to be trading psychology expanded. Now, what we need to do is make sure that we've implemented all of the technical components and the fundamental components of trading and crypto in general, and kind of tie that all together in trading psychology that's not the beginner level sort of rudiments of it. I want to get into why trading psychology is so important for your development, and considering all the factors that you've learned in the course already. So it's kind of just us expanding on trading psychology. Lesson 8 is going to be all about using the resources that are attached below in the Teachable, basically the trading tools. This is going to be going over how to log trading info and do self-analysis. This is so important in developing as a trader. If you're not aware of your own mistakes and how to correct those by looking at a visual representation of your deficiencies in your strong suits, you're never going to be able to optimize yourself as a trader. You're never going to know how to correct deficiencies, and if you're not profitable, you're never going to understand why and how to correct it. So that's why lesson 8 is so important. I'm going to show you how to use the logging tools I gave you so that you can stay organized and improve over time. Lesson number 9 is going to be how to open a brokerage account for crypto, do wire transfers, organize your money for taxes, and things that you need to keep in mind for taxes. This is kind of tying it all together. A lot of courses do not go over how to handle tax season or how to make sure that you've saved enough money so that you're not hit with a huge bill during tax season. Okay, that's what happens to a lot of traders. They make some good money, and then tax season rolls around, and all of a sudden they owe 25% of all of their capital, but they've used it as income, so now they don't have it, and now they're in debt. So that's something that we got to make sure we're not doing, which comes hand in hand with the organization. But I'm also going to show you how to save money during tax season through trading and be able to stay organized so that you can save money and not be surprised by taxes and save some money during tax season. Step 10 or lesson 10 is going to be the final evaluation. So it's going to kind of be my farewell into the trading world, into our community, considering you basically as a never trade crypto trader. Okay, you're going to go through a 20-question quiz, which is going to be your final exam to see if you fully grasped all of the information in the entire course. Okay, this is going to basically prove to you and to me that you have learned all the information and that you are an official member of the team, of the trading team, and you know how to consider yourself a full crypto trader and investor. So this is going to tie all of the things we've learned together and make it so that you have a polished, refined understanding of exactly what you've learned and how to implement it in real life to make your own crypto profits. All right, so now that we've covered the course intro, we're going to get into the general knowledge about cryptocurrency along with critical trading knowledge that will either make or break you. I will also explain systematic trading and how the only way to really win is if you statistically over time know that your system result is going to outcome in the desire that you have more times than not with implementation of risk reward to increase your yield. And I know I talked about that earlier in the lesson intro, but I just wanted to go over that one more. I want to give a quick synopsis about me and who I am so that you kind of have an idea of where I came from, so that you don't think that I'm just like a natural at trading or just like an anomaly, because I'm really not. So about me, story of a day trader turned crypto trader. I still do day trade stocks. I am mostly a stock guy, but I do understand cryptocurrency. I've been studying it for several years. So basically, I'm going to kind of show you my coming up story, how I got here, how I know what I know, just to prove to you that you can do this regardless of where you come from, okay? It's not like I'm some special case, because I'm really not. Okay, so in 2016, I started going to college at UMass Amherst. I was going to go to school for mechanical engineering, but I really didn't like engineering. So I started off college with about $5,000 saved up, and I started spending it really, really quickly and figured out that I need to make money, and I need to figure out how to make money quickly because I'm basically burning through all of my capital that I saved up while I was in the military. Okay, so I had taught myself about investing after the military while I was waiting for college to start. And during college, I knew I wanted to learn day trading. So basically, right out of high school, I went to basic training in the US military, and there was kind of a duration where I finished my military training and was waiting to start college for about 6 months. And so I was kind of sitting at home and I was like, what am I going to do with this time? So I ended up teaching myself how to invest, all about stocks, and basically got into crypto and stocks at this time, basically investing overall. So I went to college, I started doing my thing, but in February 2016, I kind of looked in the mirror and said, like, do you want to get yourself into debt and feel like you have to do a job that you maybe don't want to do, or just kind of do like the mundane rat race? Or do you want to figure out a way to do it yourself and live the life that you want to live? And the life that I wanted to live was not a corporate life, was not a engineering life. It was a life where I can actually enjoy things that I want to enjoy. I'm kind of a kid at heart, to be honest with you, and doing something along those lines I knew I wasn't going to be passionate about. I basically am passionate about optimizing your own personal performance in order to make money. And that's sort of what intrigues me, and that's what got me into investing. But I decided to leave school because I realized I was going to be successful in the stock market, and that was the only thing that I cared about. So I had some success in the first trade that I took. It was actually Cleveland Cliffs Natural Resources. I had no idea what I was doing when I first started, and I bought $3,000 of Cleveland Cliffs Natural Resources, and I ended up making like $5,000 almost in a few days. And I realized at that point that I wanted to do everything it took to learn how to do that over and over and over again, and basically learn how to make a full income from trading and investing. So at that point, I dove into stock trading. I read every book I could find about trading. I studied charts and back-tested data for basically 8 hours a day as my full-time job, because I basically left school, so I knew I needed to treat this as seriously as possible so that I could be very legit with it and actually treat this as my career. It wasn't like I was just stepping out of school to be lazy. I was stepping out because I wanted to take a path that was less chosen, but still a very, very good path, and something that was going to make me feel fulfilled. I also was lucky enough to have several contacts that I met, funny enough, working at a Brazilian steakhouse in Boston. These traders from, I think it was Trillium, came in during lunch and asked me about my story, and I kind of realized where they were from, so I started telling them what I was doing, and they were actually able to mentor me and show me the ropes. So I had several meetings with them where they actually helped me out. Very lucky in that situation. I kind of finessed that. Basically, they showed me a lot of the ins in institutions and the way they think, and that helped me so much with my day trading, because I started to realize what institutions look for, how to screw over retail traders, and it kind of gave me that insight so that I could see through it and be aware of certain things that maybe I wouldn't have been aware of if I hadn't have talked to them. Okay, so even with doing all of this stuff, it took me 2 years to be profitable. So I started basically trading and not having much success, and basically I went from losing money trading to being flat in my trading account and not really being able to make money, but I'm not losing money, which is actually a really good sign, because you're stabilizing yourself and you're just learning how to optimize over time. But at the time, it was very frustrating because I wasn't making money and I thought I was going to be. So yeah, it took me 2 years to be profitable, but I started posting myself live trading on YouTube, gained some attention, and people kept asking me how to do it. So once I started being profitable, I started posting on YouTube as sort of like a track record. And basically, since then, I've been logging all my trades for the past 2 years to prove it. I've had 2,000 days before. I've had $15,000 weeks, believe it or not. Those are possible, trading stocks, trading crypto, trading in general. So I just want to make sure that you guys all know and are aware that it is going to be a grind process. This is not something that is easy, but it's something that if you work very, very hard at and stay consistent, you will be able to do. And I will help you to the best of my ability and show you from a proven profitable standpoint how to do the exact same thing. But since then, I've been able to do a lot of traveling and work basically anywhere I have a Wi-Fi connection. So I can basically trade and vacation, because it only takes me about an hour and a half in the mornings and then a few hours to focus on my long-term crypto plays. So that's pretty exciting in regards to being able to have freedom and be able to do what I want, something that a lot of people aren't able to do. If they have to work, they have to be at a certain location. They can't travel all the time. Lucky enough, as traders, we're going to be able to basically just use our laptop and go anywhere in the world we want to and still be able to generate basically a full income. So basically, my track record, I've been on YouTube showcasing my trades and even live trading for over 4 years now. I've been in the retail trading space for years. I have hundreds of students who have already learned from me, and only 3 of them have asked for refunds. So that tells you that people usually really like learning from me, and I don't have a lot of people saying negative things about me helping them, because I've helped a lot of people and a lot of people like it. Only 3 sour apples didn't like me. That's okay. So basically 98% like rate on my YouTube videos. So as of recently, my YouTube videos have been doing a lot better, and I still have 99% average like to dislike ratio. So that's really, really good. It shows me that people are liking me and trusting me in the trading space, which is very good for you guys because you're learning from a good source. Okay, so I've clearly done a lot of things right. I've had really nice trades. I constantly have really nice trades, and I'm able to make a very nice income trading. I'm able to get the car that I wanted. I really wanted a Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's always the car that I really wanted. I like skiing and being active, so I've been able to kind of get everything and do everything that I've wanted to so far.